All right, what's up, everybody? I am going to do a quick review of what I covered on Saturday, August 12th, in the Traders Corner event. And my presentation was on risk management, which I called the key to success in futures trading. And I really believe that. And while our signals are important, and our entries are important, I think what's more important is how we are defining our risk and how we are managing that. And so I'm going to show you some tools today that I built that I think can really help you guys and give you guys an edge as you're planning out your trades and managing your risk on a trade by trade basis. So let's get into it. During the webinar, I promised a few entry signals, so I'm going to talk about those first. So me personally, when it comes to entering trades, I have signals off of moving averages. I use the VWAP. I also use my key levels confluence indicator. So the first thing we'll do is we'll take a look at the first touch signals indicator. So that is what's plotting these green arrows that you see. So what happens is it's counting bars. So this is looking at the 20 EMA. So in the case of this long, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars. After 8 bars, clearly above the 20 EMA, we hit the 20. And that's what triggered the signal. And so you can see the same thing happen here, except this time we had 9 bars. Again, it hit the 20, presented a great trade. This third trade I actually did take today, presented another long. It was clearly in an uptrend at that point and a great trade. And so the entry, as I've said, I've covered the logic of this. We're just looking for a number of bars. So I have it set between 8 and I think 50 bars. So I don't care if it's like a ton of bars, but I need to have at least 8 bars in one side of the moving average to trigger a trade. And then I have it shut off at noon. No more trades after noon, although this would be a short here. Let's scroll back and take a look at Friday so we can see some shorts. Yeah, right here. So this is Friday's price action from the open. Again, 9 bars short, 9 bars above, we got a long, 16 bars above, we got a long. Tough to get a profit out of that one. But again, 11 bars below the 20 and the short. And this must not have hit. That's crazy. Came so close to hitting but didn't hit. Here's the next short, 31 bars. That's a lot of bars, a very extended run. So that is my first signal option. The second signal I'll propose to you, and again, I don't recommend, me personally, any signal be black and white. If you have a signal like what I'm just showing you, you always have a decision. You've got a decision, do I want to enter this? Is it yes or no? Okay? And then secondly, if your answer is yes, then you have a decision to make on how you're going to manage your risk. And so, again, if we could fully automate this and really be profitable, then we would all be sitting at the beach, right? And we would just turn the system on and let it run. But at least in my experience and having done programming for 10, 12 years, probably even 14 or 15 years at this point, I'm not so sure that fully automated system is the way. I think that the mystery of trading comes down to our ability to study, watch, process what's happening, and make decisions, right? On this short, I can see this, double top, get the short, while an automated system might take our profit right here at the low. If we're watching this from the standpoint of a trader, we're saying, okay, it busted the low, not super high volume, so I wouldn't say this is it, not a washout. We had higher volume earlier this morning, right? Then sure enough, we just continued down. Take your profits down in here somewhere after a slight bounce off the S1. which leads me into my second indicator for you guys today, is the key levels confluence indicator. Now this indicator I built, there's a video you can watch on the website. I'm not going to cover extensively, but what I'm trying to do here is define the most important levels to watch on a daily basis. So in this chart alone, this is Friday's price action, we can see that we have yesterday's low and the S1, both within proximity, and then we also have a 127 extension off of yesterday's low, which would be Thursday's low. This is Friday we're looking at here. And all three of these levels played a factor, right? S1 especially was so important. Once you get through the noise of the open, you had a bounce here. When it broke up, where did it pull back to? Perfectly, right? And this is a first touch signal after you get the crossover, which I really like. When you get the crossover, the 20 and the 50 EMA right there, that's an excellent signal combined with the S1 pivot. Again, here we rocket ship up. If you didn't take your profits here, again, looking to buy a pullback into VWAP. For another nice trade, it busted the high for 30 points. And that's where we have to talk about risk. I'm ready to talk about risk. But I wanted you guys to see the first touch signals indicator and the key levels confluence indicator as two great options for entering your trades, right? And if I were to code this further, I'll just go into a quick 30-second, 60-second nosedive into this. If I were to code this further, what I really want to look for is two things overlapping for the trade, right? And we had this morning when we finally found the direction and busted the initial 5 minutes long. Here we had a confluence of shorts. We had a whole number. Key levels is going to mark whole numbers, it's going to mark yesterday's close, the pivot point, right? So we can see on today's action, which is Monday, we had yesterday's close was key. Even up in here, you could make a short here, you could short here. Here's that crossover signal that I told you guys about, where you're looking at a cross of the 20 to 50, buying the pullback into that area, straight out of there for a quick profit. Right here again, after this rocket ship, made a new high, off the VWAP. You had all sorts of reasons in here to buy the whole number, the VWAP, yesterday's close, great trades. Again, I was talking to my dad about this. On 1 minute chart, you really don't want to put too much weight in the candlesticks. This looks like a really bearish candlestick in the moment. I remember seeing it and thinking, man, that looks nasty. But it was just an attempt to double top, right? And 2 minutes later, we're breaking the high and going up. Again, another first touch signal here. The pivot point also provided some support and resistance. Right here on this bar, another one on this bar. So that's the key levels confluence indicator, along with the first touch signals, as just giving you guys some entry signal options here. And now what I want to discuss now is I want to move into the chart trader. So the chart trader that I have here is a great tool for managing risk. And I can't possibly show you everything today, but I'm going to focus on what I think is most important for managing risk. And what I'm offering you guys as a part of this weekend promotion webinar is what I'm going to focus on. And so the first thing I want to show you is what I call the advanced exit orders management piece of this chart trader. So advanced exit orders management means all of the tools within here to creatively manage your exits in a trade and plan your trades, right? So we already have an ATM strategy up here, okay? So if I start, I'm gonna go hard right edge on this, and let's say that I was buying a pullback. With this tool, what you can do is you can click here, okay? Then I can click and move this around to plan my trade. So I can quickly see if I were to buy the 50 EMA, where am I going to want to put my risk, right? Do I want to risk all the way below these 5 minute EMAs? Probably not, right? So on this particular trade, I'm going to go right here meaning if it doesn't bounce fast and I can give it the 20 EMA 5 minute, which is right here, but if it doesn't bounce quickly, I'm out. So I want to risk 10 points in this trade. And then I can plan to exit at the high. So, and I discussed this on Saturday, but eventually I'm going to put this in here, which is going to be a risk reward, right? But a lot of us, if we've been trading long enough, we can see this is a 1.5, right? We're risking 10 points to make 15. It's a 1.5 R. Now, let me just show you guys. If I move this up and I took profits here at the R1, right? Now my risk reward is 10 points to 24, almost over 2 times, right? 2.4 times, or a 2.4 R, but 2.4 times the profit potential compared to the risk. So this is a great tool, and what you can do here as well is you can hit place buy. So if I hit the place button, it's going to go ahead and place the order immediately for me to be ready when the market pulls back with a live order on this trade. So that is, and again, you can click here to reverse this. So I'm ready to go short. Now, if I click on short, it's a short trade. We're planning out the short. And this is actually, for those of you guys that know NinjaTrader, this is actually, okay, updating the ATM. So if I go in the ATM right now, I'm going to see that it's been changed from my default settings for this particular strategy. Hit the X, it's going to reset it. So now I can see I've got my 2020 again. Move this down. So you're able to really plan your trades in advance, and so your exit orders are set up and ready to go when you get in the trade. There's also some trailing stops here, which I'm not even going to cover, but you can actually configure with this purchase. You can configure your own custom trailing stops. So I'll just configure one real quick. So if I click on custom one, it says select plots to build this custom trailing stop. Click on the plot for long, or click anywhere to cancel. So we're just going to click on the 20. Let's click on the 50 EMA. And then we'll click again, and now it's configured. Now, if I get into this trade, and I'm going to turn off the plan, I'm just going to hit buy market, okay? And it's on a SIM account. So I need to go to this account. That's not working. All right, so buy market. We are long, and what I'm going to show you guys right here is that if I turn this stop on, what happens? I'm now trailing right at the 50 EMA, right? Exactly what I configured for trailing stop 1. You can rename this. You can even go immediately to the high-low as well. So I wanted to show you guys this because this is a key part of the advanced exit orders management functionality, the ability to configure your own trailing stops. One more key part of this is the ATR. So I want to show you guys how another idea I have for managing risk is the ATR, right? So even right here, we did get this pullback into a small blue area, very small. But again, it was the first time the 20 was hit after it had moved above the 20. We cross, we get the pullback. And again, this planning feature, right? I'll just show you guys this again. Click on the eye, right? You move this down, click, and then you're able to plan, where do I want my stop loss? Profit target, up here, okay? So you're planning this out in advance before you ever, and then again, hit place buy. It's gonna put the order in once you click that, and you're ready to get into the trade. So let's close that and continue looking here at some other features. What I suggest as well is looking at your ATR and using a multiplier. So if I were to do this plan again, turn the plan back on, we're gonna move it down. I can go over here and set initial exits. So I can click this, and now my initial exits are set to the ATR 14. This particular configuration, I have it set to 2 times the ATR for a stop. So Right now the ATR is 7.21. So you can see that if we multiply that by 2, that's our stop size. The target is 28.5, which is 2 times the ATR. Now I think this has, 4 times. I think this has the most value in determining stops. If you scroll back and you look at this, the ATR is obviously, every day it does this, right? It starts out high, then it declines. But my proposal here is even taking this buy, when the ATR is at 15, you would risk at most 1.5 times the ATR. So 1.5 times the ATR would be 7.5, about 23 points in this case. So you're risking 23 points. The nice thing is when this hits, after you start to get a move in your direction, you can just quickly move the stop to right below this low, and you're in the trade originally with about 23 points risk. Starts moving, you lower your risk, and you're taking profits when it busts the high. So that is another feature of this advanced exit orders management. You got the trailing stops, you got the ATR functionality. It's going to, again, automatically configure your stop immediately, or your plan right here. It's going to, when you turn this on right here and you set this to ATR, it's going to automatically configure your stop and target to be based on a chosen multiplier. Like I said, right now this is set to 2x, 2 times the ATR for the stop, but I would recommend 1.5, exactly 1.5 for this kind of a risk management plan. And then, yeah, so that covers kind of the 3 main things as far as risk management for the advanced exit orders management. The essential chart trader tools is a step up from advanced exit orders management. So you're going to get a few more things with that. I'm going to show you right now what that is. If we turn size on, what's going to happen is size is on right now. As I move this around, okay, it's immediately updating the amount of contracts. So let's say I'm going to risk $800 on this, okay? Watch as I move this up. 3 contracts, 4 contracts, 5. So again, based on how many points I'm risking on this trade, it's automatically adjusting the amount of contracts to keep us within a selected $800 risk. This can also be based on your account size and percentage as well. So that is position sizing, and the latest kind of update on position sizing and how it works as far as the essential chart trader tools go. So like I said, you can select your ATM. You can figure 4 ATMs here where you can quickly switch between those. There's also a one-click order placement on the side and a few other things. But this is kind of what I've designed as what I would make the standard chart trader for the NinjaTrader platform. If I was designing the platform, this is what would be standard, right? Is all this stuff. Now below here, there's some close, on-bar close buttons and some bracket buttons. Those are separate products as well. So just ignore those for now. But with this purchase, you're looking at this risk management ability, the position sizing, the ATM. So everything's kind of focused around risk management here in this essential chart trader tools. Risk management, things like that. So let's keep moving through here. There's a few more things I want to cover. Trying to keep this short. I can't possibly cover everything, but I want to show you guys kind of like what I was covering on Saturday related to risk management. Lastly, I want to show you guys my trade copier. So if you guys use Apex or any funded trading firms, this is my trade copier product. So what happened is, like, when I started using Apex and my dad moved here, we started trading together. I wanted to be in full control of how I'm copying my accounts. So I wrote this. Without going into the details, I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on this so far. It's not actually placing orders per se, but what it's doing is it's tracking executions on the master account and then placing market orders on all follower accounts to keep all of your accounts in sync. So when you place a limit order on the master account, for instance, it's not going to place the limit order on the follower accounts. It's simply going to get into the trade with the market order on the follower account. So that's the idea behind that. So yeah, this is also on my website with some more videos you can check out, but I'm just going to show you the site now so that we can get to the details of what I'm offering you guys here. So what I covered in this webinar or on Saturday and in this video is these top 5 products. So what I want you guys to do is see this. I want you guys to go to this URL right here. It's affordableindicators.com/Traders Corner. This is how Traders Corner is going to get credit for all of this because they've made the introduction here, and I want you guys to be able to clearly see, and this is the only place to do it, to be able to clearly see all that we are offering is on this page, affordableindicators.com/Traders Corner. So as we scroll down here, we'll take a look. There's a couple options here. You guys can purchase each of these products individually with this coupon risk reward. If you want to purchase all 5, I'm discounting it further from a total of $13.75 down to $9.95. Okay, so if you're going to do that, you would use both coupons on the cart page. So let's recap. What are these 5 products? Advanced Exit Orders Management. Again, that's getting you the trailing stop. That's getting you the ATM strategy planning. It's getting you the ATR, the customized ATR functionality on your exit orders, like configuring the ATR so that you have a variable plan for your stop loss, right? If the market's more volatile, you don't want to use the same stop as in the afternoon when it's not moving as much as it is in the morning. So that's Advanced Exit Orders Management. The Essential Chart Trader Tools right here includes a little bit more. And so I don't want anyone to get confused because I was thinking about this. The only way to get the trailing stops and the ATR exit functionality is on Advanced Exit Orders Management. Okay? The Essential Chart Trader Tools does include what I call the ATM strategy planning features, where you're pre-planning your trade, the quick select buttons, one-click entry, and the position sizing. So as I said earlier, this is my replacement for the standard NinjaTrader chart trader. And then at the beginning of this talk, we discussed the key levels confluence indicator right here. I'm not going to go into that more. You guys saw the key levels that I was pointing out. The first touch signals indicator. And then lastly, duplicate account actions. And I'm throwing this in, guys, because I think this has a ton of value. I've heard from my customers using other copiers the issues that it presents, and I think you guys can totally benefit from having this copier if you are trading multiple accounts. And we know there's reasons to trade multiple accounts. Can't get into that right now, but yeah. So these 5 products, again, the total is $13.75. If you purchase all 5, it's going to be $9.95. You can purchase any of these individually using the coupon risk reward. All 5, risk bundle. Also, I would encourage you guys to look at these links. If you click on these links, especially key levels confluence, you can see a video where you can see more details about the key levels confluence indicator and how it works, how it's intended to function, things like that. Here you can see more information on these. Duplicate account actions, the copier. There's 2 videos that go in more depth on this. So use these more information links to see more details about each of the products. Now again, you're going to add these products to your cart. You're gonna, on the cart page is where you're gonna put the coupons in, and then from there you'll just check out. And lastly, I'll scroll down. There's also an opportunity to use the code CORNER20. This is any purchase on my website. So if you guys want to dive in even further, we've got the enhanced chart trader modules, which would be $3.95 each. As I pointed out, the close bar entry, entering in the bar close, bracket entry orders, placing your brackets, great for news events. We've already discussed this one. Again, this is on sale for $195. Won't go through all these, but I do want to remind you guys, $195, this is all 60% off. So $195 is generally what the cost of my basic chart trader tools, right? So you're getting the basic chart trader tools, which is just like a very basic version of the enhanced chart trader. And by the way, the chart trader includes, you should go look at that, because with this chart trader, when you use the buy and sell click buttons, let's pull this back up real quick. When you use these buy and sell click buttons right here, you can attach an order to a plot. So when I click this, I'm placing an order, and as I hover over plots, when I click on the plot, it's going to immediately attach the order to the plot. And that's with the basic chart trader tools. So again, I think this here is the best, most phenomenal deal. This is great as well with the position sizing if that's something you want, and quickly selecting your ATM strategies. But anyways, let's not get off target, and then I want to go down here to the bottom and just say this. I would love for a couple of you guys to go all in on this. And so if you've looked at my product, the enhanced chart trader, there is so much in there. If you dive in right here, but I want to give you guys 20% off, but not only 20% off, I want to include my support and resistance suite. So you can go see that down here, the support and resistance suite, which includes that key levels confluence indicator that I told you guys about. It also includes another support and resistance indicator, which you'll see if you click on this link, and then 2 signals indicators, being the first touch and then Ichimoku cloud signals. So I'm going to do this for the first 2 people, only 2 people that purchase this. I just think this is a great offer, really. And I really think you're at a disadvantage if you don't have these chart trading tools. Not necessarily the professional tools, but I think everyone can pick something, one of these modules, or this to get started. I think every single person should have this in their toolbox. $195 for a completely overhauled chart trader that can help you manage your risk as you're planning your trades and as you're getting out of your trades in real time. So that's a summary. These coupons are going to be good for a limited amount of time. We're going to talk about that and extend that a little bit today. But yeah, I just want you guys to have a great summary of this, and that's what I'm recording this for. And so thank you so much. I'm grateful that you would take time to listen to this. Reach out to me if you have any questions, and I look forward to working with each of you. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great Monday and a great week.